Hello everyone, my name is Richie, otherwise known as Biomech 101 on YouTube. Now, today I want to go ahead and kind of present what I'm trying to do here. This is going to be the first in many videos to come in a series of following my progress on developing a video game from start to finish. Now, the game I will be working on will be a RTS, which stands for Real-Time Strategy. It's going to be my very first game working from beginning to end, so it's going to be incredibly simple. Now, just because the game is simple doesn't mean it doesn't have to be immersive, at least to some extent. So, this is just my desktop for those who are wondering, but I decided to go ahead and start here because this is kind of going to give you an idea of my work environment and the type of games that I like to play. On my desktop, you're going to see Blacklight Retribution, PlanetSide, Gotham City Imposters, Team Fortress 2, Call of Duty Black Ops 2, Natural Selection 2, Sins of a Solar Empire, and StarCraft. So that's just to give you a general idea. I bounce all over the place. I don't have a very specific genre that I like to play more than another, but I would say at the moment it's currently first-person shooters. With that said, my other really all-time favorite type of game is going to be RTS. Love RTS games. So where do I start? Well, I brainstorm. Now, I discovered a website called wisemapping.com. It allows you to go ahead and brainstorm completely free of charge, and you can go ahead and create an account at any time at no cost. And I'm not advertising this company or whoever makes it or anything like that. I'm just using it as a platform to brainstorm my idea for creating my game. Now, what you see here is my current, I guess, little web of ideas as to what I'm going to be doing. Now, the main thing is I don't even have a name for this game yet. Is at the moment simply put simple space RTS. And this is kind of the direction in which I want to go. I want to go ahead and create a storyline, design an artwork, programming, a website, market that website, and try to establish a community. Now, since it's going to be my very first game, a lot of people who see any other games that I make will always want to kind of take a look at where it come from. To get a good sense of the developers at any game studio, you want to take a look at what they've done in the past to see how far they've come and if you really like the kind of games that they produce. So for me, this is very important, and although it's going to be a very simple game, I want to ensure that it is indeed still a quality game that people actually want to play. And that is where the community aspect comes in. I want to go ahead and welcome all of you to join me in this journey on developing a game from scratch, from start to finish, and to go ahead and give your inputs as to what do you think the game needs. You know, what you would like to see as far as the storyline, or possibly, you know, the types of spaceships that are going to be in the game. Maybe game mechanics and gameplay attributes, or you know, maybe even how you play with other players. So all of these things are still very much up in the air, as I just came up with this concept several minutes ago, and I'm just give you an overview of what I have so far. So for the story, I literally sat down and thought of the story in literally 2 minutes time. So please be a little forgiving with the storyline. So far, this is what I have. The year is 2092, and humans have traveled further into space than ever before. We have traveled outside of our solar system for the first time. We have discovered we are not alone in the universe, and we are faced with a very real threat to humanity. An unknown alien race has taken over the Milky Way galaxy and lays claim to everything in it. All intelligent life forms inside must leave or be destroyed. We are now faced with two options: leave our only home, or fight to keep it. Now, that is what I came up with so far. I know it's not very in-depth at all, but this is, again, a simple space RTS. I'm not going too crazy on this. You know, I might make this into a full-fledged game depending on how much community support I get from you guys. Otherwise, this is just going to be a demo to kind of practice and hone my skills for the next game that I plan to create. And I do have an idea for the next two games, actually, that I plan to create. In the design and art tab, I have races so far, and 2.5D game view. That is going to be what I'm going to be focusing on for the main view of what the player sees. It's going to be a 2.5D views, mostly top down, but you can kind of zoom in and see the actual detail on the ships themselves, any stations you might have, wormholes, asteroid fields, that kind of thing. The only two races I have planned for at the moment are going to be humans and aliens, and of course they're going to be the kind of the bad guys, if you will. Programming, since I'm going to be using the Unity game engine, it's going to be Boo as the language that I'm going to be trying to learn from scratch. Never worked with Boo before, but I have worked a little bit with Python. On this side of the spectrum, we have the website, the marketing, and community. For community, it's going to be simple, just a forum that will allow you guys to go ahead and communicate with me and communicate amongst yourselves as to how you want this game to progress. The website itself, I'm going to write it completely from scratch in HTML5, utilizing CSS3 for styling, and some JavaScript for some more of dynamic code. So it's a little bit more flashy. I'm going to do my best to try to make it look nice. For marketing, I'm keeping it simple, just doing some standard search engine optimization, maybe a few Facebook, Google, and Bing ads as I see fit. I might not even use any ads at all. It just kind of depends, again, on the scope of the game. So with that said, I'm going to go ahead and get started in creating this game. And first and foremost, I'm probably going to start with the design and artwork to kind of get a concept and a feel for the game environment. After that, I'm going to go ahead and create a prototype and get the programming up and running and kind of, see what I can smash together in a few months or a few weeks, depending on how long it takes me to actually get a working prototype up and running. With that said, my next video is going to be showing you some of that artwork and what I've created so far since this video. I hope you guys stay tuned, and I will see you soon. Thanks for watching.